you guys. Welcome back to another edition of the I Am Worthy podcast. I am Brittainy Noel, your host. You guys know me as a therapist, a speaker, an entrepreneur, a coach, an author, a little bit of everything. But here on the podcast, I am no more than your friend in your journey as we are all looking to evolve into the next best version of ourselves. So, here on the I Am Worthy podcast, we have some very transparent discussions. We ask ourselves hard questions to get honest answers. So welcome for joining me back for what episode 3 of our second season. And listen, okay. I have been in deep thought about like what I want to talk to you guys about, especially over the holiday season, and what I feel is going to give you guys value with where you are individually, but also where we are as a community. And so, if you've been with me long enough, you know I always use my own life experiences and bring them on the podcast to drive home different points. And that's what I want to do today. So, I'll tell you guys, I have been running amok. Okay, entrepreneurship has been the major forefront focal point of my life as far as my time, trying to manage myself with 3 different calendars. And so the other day, I'm cleaning up my house and I go to water my plant because I realize my plant sits by the window. And it just looks so sad. Okay. My plant was wilting. It had some brown leaves and it's a peace lily. It's supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to have some type of bloom on it. And it just looked like it just hadn't been watered in a while. So I was like, okay, let me go water the plant. And I went to go water the plant and almost bust out in full blown tears. Okay. Full blown tears. And I was like, what? Why am I so upset to be watering this plant? And as I'm watering the plant, what I felt was this plant visually looks like how you feel. And I was like, oh man. And it drove home a point that typically around this time of the year, many people, not just myself, but many people are being affected by seasonal affect disorder. Seasonal affect disorder is basically seasonal depression, right? So when seasonal affect disorder is marked by the changing of the seasons. And when the season changes, it gets darker, it gets colder. Typically, this is a time of the year where a lot of people are triggered for different reasons, whether it be triggered by family trauma, triggered by loneliness, by fears. So I wanted to have a conversation about how to manage seasonal affect disorder at this time frame in your life. Okay, so for seasonal affect disorder, I first want to normalize that this is normal for this time of the year. That what's important that I want you guys to see as far as what I'm looking at is that anytime there is a change in a season always comes with grief. It always comes with sadness. And when I say change of the season, I'm not just talking about summer to fall, but I'm talking about the seasons in your life that may have come to an end. I'm talking about the seasons in your life that you need to grieve, whether it's the friendship that's no longer there, whether it's the job that's no longer there, the kids have gone off to school, the marriage is going through a different stage of growth. You yourself are evolving and becoming a new version of yourself. Understand that every time you change seasons in your life, just like my wilting plant, okay, just like the way that the leaves are turning colors on the trees right now. Understand that the changing of a season shows that things are evolving, but it is possible to have something evolve while something connected to it has to die at the same time. And I'm saying that because there are things that have to be shed in order for you to evolve successfully into your next season. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in the evolvement of life in ourselves, and we're so excited to say, I'm going to the next level, I'm evolving, I'm becoming, that we forget that there's a shedding process that comes with the evolving that we are looking forward to. So, with seasonal affect, I want you guys to realize that you are moving into a new season. It is perfectly fine for you to feel feelings of sadness, for you to lose interest in things that you probably weren't interested in. Um, either a lack of sleep or a lack of energy comes with seasonal affect. But this is also a time where you'll see people starting to isolate and pull away from loved ones, pull away from family. Those are all natural symptoms of seasonal affect disorder. So I first want to normalize that if you are feeling these emotions, it's perfectly normal. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you have a chemical imbalance. It doesn't mean that you need to go off and get put on meds. However, meds are available. If you want to speak with a psychiatrist, there are certain antidepressants that can be prescribed. But the biggest thing that I will say is that seasonal affect disorder, while it can be managed with medication, is treated with changing your lifestyle. Okay, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. One of the things that upset me with my plant was the fact that my plant looked the way that it did because balance has been non existent in my life, right? And I have been prioritizing work over self care, over hanging out with my friends. I literally just canceled my girlfriend brunch because I was like, something came up. I have to take care of this. And so, looking at the plant, I was realizing, Brittany, you need more playtime. You need more time for laughter. You need more time for joy. That the business is going to business, it's going to do what it does. Okay. But you cannot miss you in the midst of having to handle all of the different obligations of life. What I would encourage you guys to do is to make sure that you have balanced out your life to look and feel the way you want it to look and feel. It is okay that we lose sight sometimes and we get overwhelmed and we shift the priorities, but just know when it's time to shift back, right? The signs of your wilting leaves, the signs of you being fatigued, the signs of you not being able to sleep or sleeping too much, the signs of you not working out or not exercising or not prioritizing things that are important to you, those are all signs that you're out of balance. And if that's the case, this changing of the seasons is going to take a larger toll on you. So I want you guys to one, normalize that how you're feeling is okay. And then I want you to take inventory to look at and see what things in my life do I need to put back in balance? Do I need to invite more fun in my life? Do I need to change up my routine? Changing your routine is the fastest way to a quicker, a better attitude. I will say that. I think sometimes we get so laser focused on what we're trying to build, do, be, take care of other people that we forget that we just need something spontaneous to happen, that we need some excitement, that we need some adventure. Change up your routine, introduce a new hobby. One of the things that intensifies seasonal affect disorder, seasonal depression, some people call it winter depression, is the fact that because it's the holiday season, it's natural. You see themes of family everywhere, you see engagement everywhere. This is typically the time of celebration. So everything around you seems happy and jolly, and you feel even more out of place because you don't feel happy and jolly. One of the things that's going to intensify the negative emotion that you have is comparing yourself to where you think you should be. Comparing yourself to this ideal of, I should be more grateful. I should be more happy. I should be more sociable. I should want to do these things. Sometimes you have an unrealistic expectation of yourself in how you should be acting or being in this season of your life. I think that if you just embrace how you feel while acknowledging that this feeling will pass, that you can hold the negative feeling and acknowledge this is temporary all at the same time. If you take the negative feeling and you're comparing yourself to an ideal life, what's going to happen is you're going to start making statements like, my life is not good. My life sucks. I'm not happy. When really, I'm just having a difficult moment. Really, this situation actually is not ideal. I don't like it, right? You have to be very realistic in how you're describing yourself and your situations in this season. Otherwise, your emotions are going to follow the story that you're telling yourself, which is, my life is not good. My life is hard. I'm not good enough. In addition to comparing ourselves to an ideal life, I also want to acknowledge that for people who come from traumatic backgrounds, or people who come from disconnected families, or people who are in the process of disconnecting from their families, This can be a very hard season for you because there is this idea that I should have family in this season, right? I should be able to go to my mom's house for Thanksgiving, or I should be able to spend this time with people that I love and care about. But if you don't have those people in your life and they are safe sources, they are healthy sources, the weight and the pressure that you feel to connect with these people can be heavy, very heavy. What I would encourage you to do is define who is my family in this season. I'm in a transition, I'm in the middle of evolving. And if you know that you don't have a traditional family that would allow you to go into that place safely with them, you're going to have to define, okay, what's my where is my stand-in family gonna be? What is it gonna look like? You have a right to choose who your family's gonna be for you in this season. And that may be people you're not even connect even and that may be people that you're not even related to. So be open to the idea of finding connection, finding family, finding significant relationships outside of the people that you have blood relations to. That's going to be key for you. In the comments, you guys, I want you to first of all let me know if you are also been struggling with those feelings of just being down and out, having a hard time adjusting to this season, having a hard time embracing and holding sadness and joyfulness all in one place. Let me know in the comments if you're struggling with that so that we can all uplift each other in this season. But I also want you guys to tell me if you know that you have a wilting plant, okay? Whether in reality or figuratively, okay? If you have a wilting plant because your life has been out of balance and you haven't been prioritizing the things that bring you joy, you haven't been prioritizing the things that make you feel happy, loved, carefree, I want to know, what is your game plan going to be? In this season, in this transition, what are you going to invite more of in your life so that that plant can flourish and it can bloom and it can thrive even in the winter months? Okay. I will tell you right now, okay, play is on my list. Okay. I've already made my phone calls. Okay. I've already set up my appointments. I'm going to be investing a lot more time in my own self care, my own happiness, my own joy, surrounding myself with people that I love and care about. That's my game plan, to reprioritize the things that make me feel like a plant that's in bloom. So I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments, what is your plan? And until our next episode, you guys, I will be talking to you, seeing you later.